Hello, and welcome back to Optimistic Wargaming. I'm back with another instalment of these Optimistic Project Logs, week number 3. So, this week I've been focusing on some 40k terrain, specifically the Wall of Martyrs set from the Games Workshop website, and as well as that I finished some Nurgle demons, specifically Plague Bearers. I really did quite enjoy painting this stuff this week. It's quite fun, although there are a lot of details with this, so you do have to have a lot of patience with it, and I kind of lost patience halfway through, so I might have gone a bit lazy with some of this stuff. So these trench networks sort of things from the Wall of Martyrs, these are Mechanical Standard Grey, Lead Belcher on all the metallic bits, Retributor on for the gold, and then like all these corpses, because, you know, grim dark. These are all painted with, so the green, that's all Castellan green. The bones are all Xandri dust. There's brown leather pouches are Mornfang brown, I believe. And then we've got more sort of those red and blue sort of cases and containers, which are Mephiston Red and the Fang. And then once I'd done all that, all these base colours, I just Agrag Surfshade the entire model, because I wasn't gonna go along and highlight everything. It didn't feel like that doing that. That felt a bit, just a little bit not worth it, let's put it that way. Like, there's a lot of individual bits and pieces that need doing, and it's just not great. It's just not good fun, really, when you're doing all those different things. But, you know, it's all good in the end. So, as mentioned earlier, I also got a squad of Plague Bearers finished up this week. This is a squad I've had for a while, but it's been half painted for quite a bit. So all these models were undercoated Xandri dust, and then all over Bealtan green, I believe is the name of the paint. That was done all over the skin, followed by a dry brush of Nurgling green. These sort of guts, these were done by combining Mephiston Red and Mornfang brown. Made this weird sort of disgusting guts. I really like these models. They're really nice. Well, by nice, you know, obviously being Nurgle models there. Quite disgusting, come on. There we go. They're quite disgusting, but at the same time, there's so many neat little details on them. The bruising effect, that was done by getting Gene the Purple. That was it, Gene the Purple, and washing that down using Lamium Medium in order to create that sort of wash effect. And that was then we've got the horn, that's from the Xandri Dust base, and then we just Tyrant Skull all over that. We've also got the weird sort of the Plague Swords. They were done by Chaos Black, and then highlight using Warpstone Glow to get this sort of disease-ridden weapon. The banner guy, his banner is just... There we go. That banner is just Lead Belcher and Bealtan Green again, with the bells being Lead Belcher and Typhus Corrosion, and then a little bit of orange, a little bit of Trollslayer orange chucked in there. With that purple again being more Gene Slayer purple. There's a bunch of sort of pusses and other lovely things on these models. Those were done by applying, what's it called? Rakkar Flesh, that was it, Rakkar Flesh all over those sorts of details, and just leaving it like that, really, because the thing with these models is that, you know, you don't need to do much to really get that effect. The bases, they are still in Battle Maya, and then for the sort of oozy things, that's just Cablite Green, although I wouldn't necessarily call these guys finished per se. Like, they're 90% of the way done, you know, enough for me to be happy to put this video up with them. But I really want to add a bit of Nurgle's rot to the base. Really sort of reinforce that swampy effect. Maybe a bit of blood for the blood god on the saws. You know, just to discuss them up a little bit more. But for now, you know, pretty happy with that. Pretty simple colour scheme as well. You know, you can easily recreate it if you want to. Yeah, pretty happy with these guys. You know, finally gotten them done. I mean, yeah, they're kind of disgusting, but you know what? They're also resilient, so it all works out in the end, doesn't it? And that's the squad of 10. There we go, squad of 10. Yeah. So going back to this terrain very quickly, I just want to talk about the customizability of it and how you can, every single one of these little pieces, this terrain made up of all these multiple little pieces, as you can see here. Each one of these pieces is entirely interchangeable because they all have this little thing going on here, as you can see there, where you've got this little nub in here and this little hole here, and every single one of these terrain features has them, and as a result you can do quite a few little things with it. So if I just grab this very quickly, you can easily snap that in there and snap that in there, and then you can have that. You can then chuck these onto the end there like that if you wish. You can even have these and have them make their own, as I throw terrain around like an absolute idiot. You can have them, you know, be their own little thing, which is very handy. You can do multiple sort of different terrain setups. So just with this, I want to say this is 2 sets. I want to say that like these bits are one and then this is another, is what I want to say, but I'd have to check on the website for that. Yeah. So it's really interchangeable and really interesting. So normally this would be the part where I talk about what I plan to paint next week, but as of right now, I don't actually know. I haven't actually had enough time really recently to look at what I actually feel like doing, so next week will be a surprise for me, and hopefully a surprise for you. Lack of certainty of next week's projects besides, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you again next time. Until then, remember, stay optimistic, and most importantly, stay safe. Bye for now.